West Frankford Lady Redbirds and our hometown Harrisburg Lady Bulldogs. Beautiful afternoon. Getting ready to have our coaches meeting. West Frankford enters the game with a record of 11-3. Lady Bulldogs are at 12-4. Lady Bulldogs just finishing up their spring break. Lady Redbirds just getting ready to start theirs. Coach Stafford, Coach Pearsall. Umpires will be Mr. Ken Murphy behind the plate, Mr. Ricky Williams on the bases. Lady Bulldogs had a tough loss yesterday, Tuesday against Heron. Dropped us to 2-2 in the conference now. Rather small crowd today.
Welcome. Right here into the red, Harrisburg, Illinois. John Oldham alongside a couple of, one older guy, one younger guy, and then seems like a concession stand right downstairs that I'm probably going to have to hit before this game gets started. Coach is out on the field right now, shaking hands, getting ready to go. In front of you folks, I know.
Lady Bulldogs are scheduled to play Mount Vernon and Mount Carmel
there for my protection.
On Saturday.
Sure that
weather pending. As of now, we're going to give it a go.
So, no, that's not true at all. But this protective netting here is not intrusive because it's going to help someone not get hit.
Yeah, they're Trigolo.
We're about time for game time here in just a few minutes. We will be right back with you here from the red.
Just making sure they're there because they use different last names.
So did I say it wrong?
Solers. That used to be their last names.
Huh?
Their last names used to be Solers, but it's Trigolo now. But it's right on here.
Oh, okay. The umpires, Mr. Ken Murphy will be behind the plate. Mr. Ricky Williams working his way down to first base there. And we'll set the defense for the Lady Bulldogs. Coral Hathaway will be out in left. Kendra Douglas will be in center. Right fielder's Emma Mills. Abby Stacy at third. Kinsley Smothers at shortstop. Riley Bergen will be at second base. Kinsley Stewart will be at first base. Ava Brown behind the plate. And Maddie Walker in the circle. For the Lady Redbirds, Presley Trigolo, Michaela Joyner, and Reese James in the top of the first inning.
Picture of their lineup. They're not ours, theirs yet. Yeah. Thank you. Hi, everybody. Welcome.
And we're ready to go here. Play ball on this beautiful afternoon.
Now listen, this one called the red, this field, 200 down each line. I don't see a depth to center 200 all the way or 205. 200. Okay, we did that. We could do charades. This might be the beginning of a beautiful friendship. 200 all the way around this field in Harrisburg. But this field called the red and the boys' field called the J. day. Maybe if you want to do some research online, you can find out why. I started to get the lesson, but then I nodded off. Trigolo.
There's a ground ball to Kinsley.
Grounds to the shortstop.
And it's a 6-3 put out.
Just like that. One up, one down. Joyner.
Kayla Joyner, the third baseman. James on deck.
Steps
One out.
for the Lady Redbirds.
The ground ball to third. Abby Stacy wings it in there. In center field, Presley Trigolo. In right field, Keaton Bates. At third base, Michaela Joyner. Shortstop is Ashley Ralla. At second base, Reese James. First baseman is Courtney Russell. Behind the plate, Lainey Dunstan and Autumn Pulliam. Flex pitching in the circle.
The West Frankford Lady Redbirds freshman sensation, Autumn Pulliam. And
Ava Brown, Kinsley Smothers, and Hadley Hunt for the Lady Bulldogs in the home half of the first inning.
Frankford's got a couple of capable pictures. Normally, you would see Hopkins in the circle. But that is not what Coach Pearsall doing today, and I trust this. Why did I buy the T-shirt in Pearsall I trust if I wasn't going to believe in what Coach does out here on the field? Lady Dunstan is going to be up next to the Lady Redbirds. Don't forget that Dunstan is our hitter. All our friends chat is
There's the throw down to second base. Coach Stewart headed to first base. To wave the runners around. Coach Stafford at third. Mr. Murphy gets the plate plane. And here we go.
We were blessed to be able to go to the Harry Chris Complex last night, or yesterday afternoon, and filmed them Marion Lady Wildcats. Boy, that's a pretty good team. There's a shot.
Ground ball to second base. Second baseman fumbles it a little bit, and she's safe. We're going to go E4.
Reaching by an error.
E4 there. Ava's on. Kinsley Smothers on deck. Lady Redbirds just play their first chance for an out. This could be a short game if everybody's going to swing on the first pitch. There's Kinsley. It's a fair ball.
That's a fair ball to first. And that's an out. Perfectly executed bunt is what I would call that. That ball did not move. Like, hit the ground, and that was it. But able to get that runner 60.
All right.
120 feet away at second base.
DP Hadley Hunt, Stacy on deck.
Hadley Hunt.
All right, here we go.
Who is not in the field, but that's all she's doing is just hitting. So she must be.
Got Ava on second base now. Hadley got her, or excuse me, Kinsley got her job done. There's ball one. All right, Hadley's not going to the first pitch.
Says the umpire.
That one's high for ball two. I'm sure they're not going to give Hadley a whole lot to hit.
Didn't give her the bottom of the zone, didn't give her the top of the zone. She's just trying to fish around there. Kind of like my dad is doing today down at Mermat. Dad, I hope you still catch slay 1,000 of them.
There's strike one. Now it's 2-1.
It's about that time of year, folks. Make sure you get your boats ready, your bait full. Have plenty of number 2 hooks. Okay, you never know. Never know.
3-1 now. 3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Lady Bulldogs in their purple shirts and gray breeches. Lady Redbirds all red. Most teams have different combinations of uniforms this year. That's 4. Third setter, Abby Stacy Hathaway on deck. All right, here comes Abby up. Guns out. Sun's out, guns out. Abby with runners on first and second. She had a good shot last, a good single last night. There's a swing and a miss. Strike one.
See, here's the thing that's going on for you don't hear, folks. There's a gentleman to my left who's calling the same kind of game that I am. We're basically saying the same thing. He's doing it much more eloquently than I am. We just need to put our microphones together.
That's outside for ball one. Evens up the count.
One big. I may be able. You never know with me. I might be able to get that done before the end of the game here. You said something about burning bridges and getting out of here. I have no idea. Count is
That one's outside.
The umpire watches it outside. And he's right there looking at it. So that ball was probably 4 inches off to the right. So all you can ask for is consistency.
No for ball three.
I say that. Now, after our Anna Jonesboro fans that were there kind of know the rhythm.
There's a ground ball.
James
Second baseman.
Set up, tosses it to shortstop. That is another error on the Birds.
And as I say, when Ava gets on, she goes around.
That Harrisburg run is going to be unearned.
So we got a fielder's choice to the second baseman, having a rough day so far. Brings up Coral Hathaway with Emma Mills on deck. So the Lady Bulldogs jump out here to a 1-0 lead and have runners still in scoring position. Oh, there's a shot down the left field. This Coach Stafford's going to wave her in. Wave her in. Here it comes. Yeah, Hadley.
It's not going to be cut off. It gets past the cut off, but Dunstan was there to scoop it up. A hit, a run.
RBI for Hathaway.
Station here for the Harrisburg Lady Bulldogs. 2-0 really quickly.
Lady Bulldogs jumping out here to 2.
Let me look by my standards here. Not my standards, what it says. I have the Birds right now for 4 errors. Is that correct? He gives me a thumbs up. I don't know whether I'm right or whether he really likes thumbs.
Kinsley Stewart.
Stewart up for the Harrisburg Lady Bulldogs.
There's a strike. I can't blame it on the sun because the second baseman and the right fielder basically are looking south.
Run is unearned.
1-1 now.
Oh.
Young lady pitching as a freshman. She's not the one that usually pitches.
Well, this will light or fire. You got one of two choices in this situation. What are you going to do, and how are you going to respond if you're the West Frankford Lady Redbirds and see what happens here?
Whoa, right at us.
One right back at us. I believe the young man next to me may have almost tried to catch that ball too, but it happens. At
Kinsley, 1 and 2.
Cage in front of us, and so you don't. This doesn't have the same sound as that. All
that stung. That stung.
That's a hit by pitch.
That's an RBI. It's a cheap RBI for Kinsley. I'm sure she is willing to
Birds
take the hit for the.
Continue struggling here, and it looks like
Douglas Brown on deck.
Pearsall going to make the change right now. As Pulliam comes out, this pitching change brought to you by our friends at Jimmy Shines. Jimmy Shines, he'll mount anything. Go on up and see him up that way.
Annabelle
Go
Hopkins.
see Jimmy Shine. Huge athletic supporter in West Frankford. He loves the Redbirds. Go chat with the dude and thank him for supporting Redbird athletics and more. Annabelle Hopkins is going to be the pitcher in the circle or on the mound. If you're comfortable with the on the mound analogy, some people like to say in the circle. Tim Petrovich, he's a stickler. However, there have been coaches here in Southern Illinois, respected coaches from different programs who have said.
So the Lady Bulldogs have jumped out to a 4-0 lead.
I'm still kind of up in the air about it.
And I believe we're going to have a replacement.
William came in and gave up 4 runs, but none of them were earned. And
okay, we got to change.
She would only be responsible for the runner at first, because that is the one that she hit, so she would be responsible for that run when it comes down to the ERA. But other than that, she's going to kind of come out of this unscathed.
All right, we got a new second baseman, but I'm not sure who it is. We'll wait and see here. All right.
McKendra
Douglas, the center fielder today.
She's playing out in center. Steps in as
ball one.
Pitch somehow missed.
Lady Bulldogs still have the bases loaded. No place to put her. Got a pitch to her. Number 9 hitter. 9th batter in this inning.
Second pitch.
There's a foul ball. Evens the count at 1-1. Emma Mills at third. Briley Bergen at second. And Kinsley Stewart down at first.
Bases still full of Bulldogs.
Hopkins
delivers the
traditional pitcher.
Pitch.
She's a senior.
Gets high. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 down. Frankford Lady Redbirds versus the Harrisburg Lady Bulldogs here at the Red in Harrisburg.
Ooh. Cha-cha-cha. Kendra took a good one there. 2 balls, 1 strike now.
I haven't settled on that one yet, folks, but how would you call strike 2? Seriously, when you're out there and you were an umpire, you should practice at home, too. If you're watching the game, practice at home.
2-2.
We'll send that ball high in the
foul
air.
ball, it's going to be...
Going to get chase as it is Dunstan.
I believe that's over by the first base bleachers there. And
we'll do it again.
Definitely bleachers there along first baseline, looking right into the west in the sun, just like the first base dugout is. This is the best orientation for softball fields, which most of them are like this. There's high outside. I don't know how much time Miss Hopkins has had to
3 balls, 2 strikes.
warm up. So. Full count. Something will happen on this pitch in all likelihood. And that's ball 4. And there's another.
We are back. I got several messages saying, John, we can't hear you. Well, had I had the thing unmuted, you would have heard some of the most beautiful commentary you'd ever heard in your life. However, the only guys who got to hear it were here. How was it, guys? Was it good? Okay, and a thumbs up. That ball goes off of
Ava Brown.
Appreciate you guys.
Smothers on deck.
That lets me know you're watching. That lets me know you're plugging in, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Hey, if you haven't done it, go download the Bird's Nest app. Do it now. Just go download it, okay?
Ava, the 10th batter in the inning. Still only 1 out. That's high.
Right. That's got to be a Steve Wright. It was not a Steve Wright. Looked pretty good from here. I think we got some of the best seats in the house. Thank you, Jamal.
Oh, there's a shot. Ava's going to get an RBI. I think she's going to get 2. Here comes Hadley. Or Kinsley, excuse me. All right.
And that's a hit. That's 2 more runs. 1-2. And that brings the score 7-0. Oh, man. Now we're going to stay positive. We're all going to stay positive.
Kinsley Smothers, not on deck. Still just 1 out. Runners on second and third. Kinsley had to bunt last time. Let's see if she has to bunt this time. Oh, just barely foul. That would have scored probably 2 with Ava running there and McKendra, 2 of the faster players on the team. This is the speed element of the Lady Bulldogs, this bunch. It does slow down a bit in the later part of the lineup.
And remember, the Birds have some errors here in this inning, which really
Kinsley's
cemented.
Got to wear number 44 since it's the purple jersey. That one's outside, evens the count, 1-1.
It's been given throughout the team. Okay, you get the fumbles and everybody catches. Evens the count up there, 1-1.
7 runs in the first inning. This is Kind of big for the Lady Bulldogs. That's outside.
Also, folks, those of you sitting at home, don't forget this also. West Frankford Lady Redbird team is the team responsible for an 11-run inning this season. So the Birds also know how to score them. So let's get this stopped. Whatever we got to do to stop the bleeding.
There's one.
Is. Hey,
even up the count. Mr. Murphy saw that one as a strike.
All there on a consistent basis. You can stop this bleeding right here in just a minute. Come back, swing the bats again. Hopkins delivers. Jammed up. And that's going to be an out. Second out of the inning comes by way of F5. Like literally F5, but her number is 5. So.
Hadley, Hunt. Stacy on deck, 2 out. All right, here's Hadley with the bases loaded. Let's see if we can get a little pop here and add to this.
Hadley Hunt.
That's high for ball 1.
Is the batter for the Harrisburg Lady Bulldogs. She watches the ball.
Hadley walked her first time up.
And the batter's back. The balls go by. Here's the pitch. Right down broad.
There's long shot to center field, and she pulls it in.
Gets the third out of the inning. And what we talked about, the Birds got to at least stop. You got to stop the bleeding somehow, and somehow they stop the bleeding. But 7-0 after 1. Let's check the graphic. Let's check the line score, and let's see what the guys over here think. I think they got 2 hits in that inning. Is that how many they got? I may have missed one. 2? I got it right. Frankford had 4 errors that inning. And the Harrisburg Lady Bulldogs had 7 runs. Hey, John I got no errors. I don't have any runs or hits yet. But I got no errors that inning. So that's a good inning for the Birds' Nest, not a good inning for the Birds. Let's come back here. Top of the second is going to be even better. My name is John. This is the legend.
All right,
seriously, we
runs.
need to do this broadcast together. What are we going to park for? I'm telling you.
Laney Dunstan, Keaton Bates, and Jenna Deaton. Deason, excuse me.
Deason. D-E-A-S-O-N. Deason. Got a little tickled there. The young man got tripped up on Deason. Like, I think of some of the West Frankford names. That's probably, I don't know. We don't have any difficult ones to say this year, though. Pepple. P-E-P-P-L-E, Pepple, not people. I've said that about 15 times, even though I know it's not true. SI Maintenance, cleanup hitter, Laney Dunstan.
Laney Dunstan, the catcher, she wears number 8. She wears number 88.
On the road in their
That's usually a
with the
tight end.
And the white tight stripe, the white pinstripes. I think those are really good looking uniforms. And the white ones with the red pinstripe, those are hard to beat.
Redbirds went down 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's a shot to center field. Let's see if anybody can catch it. Oh, nice catch out there by McKendra Douglas.
As the Birds continuing.
Right fielder Keaton Bates. Decent on deck.
For the Harrisburg Lady Bulldogs. I have 5 pitches so far for her.
There's one up in the air.
We've got 6 pitches for her so far.
Here comes.
2 swings, 2 outs. And,
Riley Birkin hauls that one in.
Maybe take 2 pitches, 3 pitches in a row here. I'm not telling her to. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying at some point.
Left fielder Jenna Deason, Rolla on deck.
Not working at all right now. Harrisburg Lady Bulldogs just official.
There's a strike.
Called on the inside corner. Oh, man.
Outside for ball 1, evens the count.
Pitch goes outside.
2 outs, nobody on.
Count is even now at 1-1.
Little high. Ball 2.
Ball 2. Our Sam C. Mitchell replays will be put on the shelf with this
There's a strike. Evens the count at 2-2.
Unless you guys want them, I'll put them up if you guys want them. Let me know. Tell me in the comments. Do you want me to go ahead and put up the replays? We will. They're there. Run them if we want to.
Full count.
I do want to make sure Mr. Mitchell gets some recognition, though, and his associates. Let's not forget the associates either. Because everybody knows Sam C, but has anybody ever met the associates, or they like the guys in the
See if she can close it out right here. There's one right back at us. Full count.
Brings her to
Traditionally fouling off the 3-2 pitch. You see that happens
She's
a
only
lot.
at 11 pitches with 2 down in the top of the second inning. Craziness.
And he's got the sign. Here comes the pitch. It's up in the air. Everybody's going for it. Oh, Ava couldn't haul that one in.
Though the Harrisburg Lady Bulldogs may have caught a little bit of the off the edge of the glovers, like the
Ava's going right into the sun on that one. That's not as easy as a lot of people may think.
Give that to them. And we lose the case that we have of it, and we're going to be all right in this game.
Ava had a little trouble over at Murfreesboro, too. And a swing and a miss.
The right three, third out of the inning.
No harm done.
Okay, for Jenna Deason. Birds don't score. It's going to be the same thing that we had. We just talked about it. That's what we got going on so far. Right here on the legendary.
Home half of inning number 2. Abby Stacy, Coral Hathaway, and Emma Mills. All right. And let's see if the Bulldogs can keep this going. Abby bounced into what turned out to be a fielder's choice with an error, so she got on base and eventually scored.
Welcome back, everybody. Right here on the legendary GH Highway of the Bird's Nest. In the Hopkins Hall, right here after bed. It's like the city park. It's really nice. Really got some ducks. But you just keep fishing and not catching anything. I know Dad's not caught like 30 probably had the lake in the end. I'm not going to tell you what that lake is. It's like giving away secrets. You're not supposed to do that.
Abby takes the first pitch low for ball 1.
Harrisburg 7, West Frankford nothing. Harrisburg hitter up to the plate is number 5. She has a name. Hold on, I will tell you what that name is.
There's a ground ball right up the middle. That's going through for a base hit.
Past the diving Trigolo, who has been put at second base.
Coral Hathaway, Mills on deck.
You might want to make note of that. Out there at second, and now Trigolo, the younger of the sisters, Adela, the freshman, her sister, senior, out in center.
Coral had a single last time. Drove in a run. She's got a bunt. A nice bunt up. Goes foul. So I believe he's had a bit of a defensive change out there. We'll get it when she comes up to bat here.
4-4-2 is what the coach called down there at first. If that matters, I always like how different teams have different calls and they do their thing. And of course, the Redbirds have their
I'd say he's probably going to try to bunt again here. No, he's going to swing away. It's up in the air toward right. Right fielder calls it. She pulls it in.
Nate settles, makes the grab, first out of the
Out number 1. Stacy unable to advance. Right fielder Emma Mills, Bergen on deck. 1 out.
I want to do those replays, but it's just one down here, 41 pitches for both.
She holds up.
And Hopkins up to this point.
There's no request for an appeal. No, there is a request for an appeal. And the ball count was upheld. 1 ball. Runner on first. Emma. There's a ground ball. It's probably going to get through. Yes.
But
That's a base.
that's
It's a base hit.
really good stop out there at short by Ashley Rollo.
Moves Stacy to
To
second.
keep that runner from advancing. They have tried to advance, but they were going to give that young lady a hit.
Riley Bergen, Stewart on deck. All right, here comes Riley.
Up next, Bergen.
Riley took advantage of an error by the right fielder to get on. Oh, that's inside. Oh, no, Mr. Murphy saw a strike there. So we'll go strike one here.
Stood there and leaned into it. She thought it might have even trying to hit her, but rock solid right there on that inside corner is Hopkins. Hopkins from the circle. Lines and fires.
Yep.
Rala gonna get a double up.
Double
Just
play
like
there.
that.
Line drive to
The,
the shortstop.
Inning is over. So check out that on the Sam C. Mitchell replay. See what you can see through the net here. There's the swing. There's the hit. Rala picks that up, tosses it 2 seconds. And hey. He can do it. You see? He's not a machine. He's a man. Rocky 4. We'll be back right here in the first half.
No errors and one runner left on base. Lady Bulldogs are shut out that inning.
4 hits.
Ashley Rala, Addie Trigolo, and Courtney Russell for the Lady Redbirds here in the third inning.
Welcome back, everybody. Back right here at the red. 7-0 is the score. But Ashley Raleigh is here to lead the charge back. And he's got to start one swing at a time. He's got to start one run at a time. So we need to get base runners. Before we get runs, we got to have base runners. Right? Sounds good to me. Let's get one here. And
7, 8, 9 batters. Maddie's got her sign ready to go. And here comes the pitch, and it's a pop-up going.
That ball's going to go foul.
Just foul
Down
for
the
strike
first
one.
Base line.
On that, in the no man's land where
It's pretty close to
nobody could.
to one of those CNI singles.
Nobody could haul that one in down there.
Push that just a little farther back. Who knows that wind is on the flags out there blowing
Have a
from
bit of
left field right.
an obstructed view down plays like that here in my positioning. All right, one strike on the batter. There's another one, almost in the same place. Kinsley chases it, but it's in little kid territory.
Now that ball into the parking lot. And West Frankford, every parking lot shot is a Gandy's body shot, parking lot shot, because every car has a chance of being hit how close you are. Here in Harrisburg, though, a little separation between the fields here, so we may have to.
2 strikes on the batter, and here comes the pitch. It's up in the air. Let's see if Ava can haul this one in. All right, there you go. In the air, Ava's there.
And that is
All
going to
right,
be
confidence builder there.
first out of the inning. 16 pitches in.
DP Addie Trigolo. Russell on deck.
A record for the Harrisburg Lady Bulldogs, Trigolo. Adeline style. Batter up. That's
In there for a strike.
Really, really good pitch there. Brings that with a little gusto. 0-1 count. Trigolo. Watches. Swings. Puts it off
Excuse me.
the net.
Fouls off the net to the first base side here. 2 strikes now. 0-2.
We need a Redbird inning. We haven't had a Redbird inning in a few innings. And we need one. We need something to shake it up, you know?
There's a swing and a
That's
miss.
not going to be what you want there. Strikeout swinging by Trigolo. Going to bring up
The second out of the inning.
Courtney Russell, the inside muscle.
Brings up the first sacker, Courtney Russell. Presley Trigolo on deck. That was in the air. Kinsley's over, and she hauls it in. Boy, this has been a very efficient.
And 1, 2, 3, go the Birds. 1, 2, 3 in the first. 1, 2, 3 in the second. 1, 2, 3 in the third. That's not what we want, ladies. We got to do something different than that.
All right. Home half of inning number 3, Kinsley Stewart, McKendra Douglas, and Ava Brown for the Lady Bulldogs.
Got one in the concession stand.
Kinsley took one on the shoulder her first time up. She got an RBI out of it and later scored. So I'm not sure she wants to, but I think the fact that she get an RBI and scored, she take a little bump on the shoulder there. Here comes Hopkins' first pitch. It's outside for ball 1. Uh-oh, we got to wait a minute. All right, we got. Okay, there was a change. It wasn't announced to me, so I'm going to have to deal with it when they come up to bat here. But we do have a new right fielder and new second baseman, I believe. That's low for ball. 2-0. Coach Pearsall getting his defense set here. There's a strike. 2-1 now.
2-1.
3-1 now. The hitter's pitch now. 3-1. See if Kinsley can take advantage of it here. Let's get one by somebody here. Not even close. Outside, so leadoff walk. What's Kinsley on? McKendra Douglas, the center fielder. Brown on deck. I believe I know what's coming now.
I ran downstairs to get something out of concession stand. I didn't want to come at you mid. We left you with
That's inside. Kinsley scampers back to first base.
1-0 to count. Number 22. One, two, he says. John,
there's the bunt. Oh, it's going to go foul.
That's McKendra Douglas.
Douglas walked her first time at bat and ended up stranded on third.
So Stewart with a walk. She's on first. Douglas at the dish. 1-1 is the count. Ball goes off.
That's going to be a pass ball.
Sure-handed. That ball gets by. Skips across somehow. On Winnie Dunstan behind the plate. 2-1. 2 balls.
Makes it 2 balls, 1 strike. All right. Got a runner in scoring position now. Still may try, but got a strike. 1 strike count, so you still got a shot at a bunt here. Maybe move her over. Foul ball. Couldn't get it down.
She may have tried to bunt at ball 3. But when the bunt sign's on and coach says bunt, that's what you try to do.
You try to move the runner into scoring position a little quicker.
It may limit what Harrisburg's able to do here in a 2-2 count. Some coaches still like to bunt up 7-0. You know what? Laying down the bunt's not the worst
There's one. It's in the air.
One
It's in the air.
We'll see what happens
Going
here
towards
as,
second. Second baseman hauls it
who
in.
is back in at second base. Tomlin makes that
Catcher Ava Brown smothers on deck. 1 out.
That's one of the weird things. I shouldn't say weird. That's not the way I should say it. One of the different things about softball is they're able to enter a player, take a player out, and put a player back in. And once Coach mentioned baseball,
There's a ground ball. That's going through. Coach Stafford's going to wave her on.
it's going to be a,
Here comes Kinsley. There may be no. There's no play at the plate.
Nobody covering first.
All right, Ava
For the Birds.
picking up her third RBI of the game.
Excuse me, Robert, ready to fire, but nobody there to receive the throw.
All right,
It's about thinking a step or two ahead. You know, what's
Kinsley
my
Smothers.
position? What's my
Hunt
area?
on deck.
And
1 out.
the Birds work this stuff.
All
It's
right,
not like this is
let's
their
see if
first time doing
Coach
it.
makes her bunt. I'll bet he does.
8-0 the score.
Yeah, she's going to square around. That may just be a straight steal thing.
Hey, right call, I believe. And that pitch is
And she's in
down
there.
to second. It looked like I got her on the leg, but
Throw was in front of the base down there.
clean. 0-1 is the count. That's what I thought he called.
That was the old fake bunt.
Wanted to make
Little
sure
speed there on first, or Ava going first to second. Now she's in scoring position. All right, Kinsley can swing away now. There's back
That pitch is
toward the
up,
screen
and
here.
That's going to be out of play.
All
Quickly
right.
0-2 on the batter number 44. It's Kinsley Smothers. Smothers has those bolt.
Oh, that's sacrificed and popped up to the third baseman. There's one looping. Fair ball. This will score. Here she comes. Going to play at the plate.
Tried to
Ah.
throw the ball home instead of trying to throw it back behind the runner. And oh boy.
All right, Ava, head first slide. Mom knows she played. Come home with a dirty uniform.
Another run.
Adley Hunt. Stacy on deck. Glad to see Kinsley get a chance to swing and drive in a run. She usually has to bunt Ava in the scoring position. Oh, Hadley's got one up in the air. That should be caught.
In the air, and Deason cannot track it down.
Track it.
And again,
I'm going to give her a hit on that one.
not throwing that ball behind the runner to second base. Keep that runner going from first to second. Those are little bitty mistakes that I know that I'm not really seeing, and I may be the only one that takes some flack.
Abby Stacy, Hathaway on deck. All right, we got two in scoring position here. Good swing here will make a big difference here early. There, it's up in the air. First baseman's backing up, and she hauls it in.
Russell hauls that one in at first base. It'll be the second out of the inning. I guess Courtney heard me talking. She's like, all right, John, we're going to take it down here.
Coral Hathaway, Mills on deck. Okay, hey, let's not leave them out there. We got runners in second and third, scoring position. Good swing here. Coral singled, and she flew to right her last time up. There's one right up the middle, right to the center fielder. Boom.
That's going to be the third out of the inning. And the Birds put a kibosh there. What could have been a bigger inning for the Harrisburg Lady Bulldogs. They did score two. Let's check out our line score. The gentleman's attention. I've got 7 hits for the Lady Bulldogs. I got 7 hits all day long. I got none for the West Frankford Lady Redbirds. I've got still just 4 errors for the Birds. No more errors yet. But 9 runs for the Harrisburg Lady Bulldogs.
We're putting them on the board, fans. We're putting them on the board.
The truth. That's the truth.
Inning number 4, and back to the top of the order. Presley Tricolo, Michaela Joyner, and Reese James.
Or whatever it was you got the other day. Ted, whatever you got to do at home. Okay, I know you're home watching, Ted, in your tidy whities or however you sit on your couch and watch the game, Ted. So just get out whatever good luck charm you had the other day and do that. Because the Birds, we need a rally. That's what we need. We also need a good song. I like this one. This is
Trigolo, the
You know what,
center
this isn't
fielder.
Trigolo's
She
favorite.
bounced to Kinsley at shortstop.
She didn't like this. But if they hadn't given me the Mountain Dew that has the old logo, I wouldn't be in such a nostalgic mood. Okay? All right.
Left-handed hitter.
Speaking of Mountain Dew, don't forget the Bird's Nest has a block of seats at Thrillville.
She's been a tough out in
We're going to be there
4
every
years
day
we've
this
played
season,
them.
Bird's Nest.
There's a
And
ground
that's all
ball.
you can eat, too.
Oh, Smoke can't
Hey,
quite get it.
first
There's
hit
the
of
base
ball
hit.
game. For the Birds comes here.
A little
in the
slap
top
action there
of
that
the
got
fourth
through.
inning, and I'm sorry, Presley.
Michaela Joyner, James
You
on
got a
deck.
hit after that song was on. That was awesome. Okay, so we're gonna have to keep that song synonymous with you.
Joyner
Joyner's
bounced
gonna
that
step up
Abby
and play.
at third, her
Hopefully,
first time up.
Just like errors sometimes can be contagious. Let's see if hits are
Another
contagious
left-handed
as well.
hitter. Joyner's the
As my
third
friend
baseman.
Mr. Wasp continues to
There's a
come around
ground
here, and
ball.
it looks like
Kinsley
it is. Hits are contagious for the West Frankford
can't
Lady
quite
Redbirds.
pull that one
They
in to
hadn't
throw
had
it.
one before
Nice
now,
play,
but they
stopped
got
it from
two.
going. It's a base hit.
Now it's time for
Reese
Reese
James, Dunston on deck.
Hey, it's time, ladies. Come on.
All right. Tag a bag situation here. Let's get the lead runner. There's one up in the air. Kinsley smothered. Kinsley Stewart, excuse me.
Stewart tries to make the grab over at first in foul
Little
territory.
too close to the
The
dugout.
wall played a huge factor. I don't think she wanted to crash into the wall. Not as forgiving over there on that concrete wall fence as it might be.
Again, runners on first and second. One strike, no outs.
We're going to give her the benefit of the doubt on that one.
That's low for ball one. Evens it up.
2 balls, no strikes. Or 1-1 is the count. I
Kinsley
myself have already checked.
Stewart getting in on quite a bit of the action so far.
Better check back in. Wherever you're
1-1 now.
today, we do appreciate you watching.
There's right back at us. Let's see if the engineering department needs some help on. Oh, evidently not. That's good. 1-2 now.
We're safe. Don't be alarmed, folks. Don't send the crew out. We're safe. And just 25,
Oh,
26 pitches.
Same place.
Take a few pitches for this young lady
1-2 still.
in the circle for
Staying alive. Staying alive.
staying alive, the young man said. I thought that was a John Travolta thing.
That's inside for a ball. Uh-oh.
See, you know that we make a good group now. Now that you heard that joke, now you're second guessing. You want to come down to the Bird's Nest in West Frankford. I understand that happens to all the folks. Sure.
Staying alive. One of the few songs I've heard since 1960s. 2-2.
I continue to have the conversation with him. I'm telling you, folks, it's delightful. What do you guys with Harrisburg? You're with Bulldog Media, right? You guys out. What's your? Give it to me. Go ahead.
KTJB Media.
KTJB Media. You can find them. They're doing their own broadcast right now.
It's up in the air. Still back.
Look, I'm not ashamed to get plugged. I want every streamer or everybody that's out there doing what they do. I want them to be successful. I want them to find joy in their job and all of those things. And the way you get success here is have people plug into what you're doing. So
Our cohort,
some motivated people, frankly, that like to watch sports.
our cohort from West Frankfurt, giving us a little plug there on Bird's Nest Media.
That's it. They know us though. Just that your fans know who we are. They're like, we know that guy. He's that idiot that doesn't shut up. We love it.
Another foul ball
Go foul.
off
James,
the screen there.
hanging tough. Throwback to the New Kids on the Block. If we're going to have music references, I'm going to give an NKO TV reference. Better have one ready if she finds another one.
Full count now. There's a ground ball to Stewart. Excuse me. Oh, Smother, excuse me.
That's going to be a fielder's choice. Gets the runner out at second.
All right.
Does put Trigolo.
Lady Redbirds have runners on
60
first and
feet
second
away,
with one out.
Our
Catcher Laney Dunstan, baits on deck, 1 out. All right, now we start the chess match here, fans. Runners on first and third. Coach Stafford has made his defensive call. There's a ground ball.
Hot shot out to second, a really nice scoop. And I don't think they got her. They did not.
The run scores.
Close play there at first. That is going to plate the first run for the West Frankford Lady Redbirds.
Choice.
Really good play there by the Harrisburg Lady Bulldogs.
Got a 6-4 put out.
Able to turn it, and Dunstan turned on the afterburners there at the last second. Dunstan, not known for her outright speed, has been replaced.
Addison Sagato to courtesy run. I'd say there's no.
Steps in for the Birds. 9-1 now to score. That ball hits Bates.
And the batter.
And that's going to give runners on first and second for the Birds. And Jenna, I also hit Fingers Deason coming in.
Left fielder Jenna Deason, Rala on deck.
Ball over the fence.
2 out.
The other day. Really nice.
Okay, we got a situation here where we got to tag a bag and we get it out. There's a ground ball, fly ball.
That could be a CNI single, and it is, as Sagato is at the plate. And boy, oh boy, that bat was in the way. She really couldn't slide there. Runner's going to go up 60 more feet. And the Birds, let's not say we're in business, but you got to start a rally somewhere, and they may have started it here. Coming up to the plate for the West Frankford Lady Redbirds, Ashley Rala.
Ashley Rala, the shortstop. Trigolo on deck. 2 out. All right, runners on second and third now. He popped up to Ava last time. That's high for a ball.
That ball is high.
That was a seeing eye. Dropped in right between Kinsley, Coral, and Abby.
If you like all watchers and listeners, we get
nobody could quite get it.
All over the southern Illinois. And
there's
really
one that's in the air. They're going to chase it. That's out in little kid territory. See if the little kid will bring it back.
In other countries, while their children were out there doing battle on this field here, they're doing battle of another kind in another place. But we love our
2 runs in for the Lady Redbirds. Let's get this out and
while you're out there, so you can check out your kids.
Get the bats out
in real time. Or as close to real time as you can when you're overseas. There is like a little bit of.
There's one in the air.
See if
Emma Mills hauls it in.
They're out of the inning. The Birds get on the board. Let's check out our graphic. Okay, let's see what it says. It says 3 hits down for West Frankford Lady Redbirds. 4 errors, but they got 2 runs. So 2, 3, 4, 9, 7, 0. Harrisburg Lady Bulldogs will be back in about 6.
Home half of the 4th inning. Emma Mills, Briley Burgett, and Kinsley Stewart.
The Birds come back. I'm buying pizza. Huh? How about that? How about that? See? Yeah. You almost want to cheer for the Birds in your heart now, don't you? I'm going to get these fellers in the booth. I told them the Birds come back, which they're going to do, and win this ball game. I'm buying pizza. They both kind of look shocked.
Our cohort here from West Frankfurt is probably going to give Mackey's Pizza a little bit of business, although we hope it doesn't happen. He's going to buy him the pizza.
I'm good at Morello's. They got good pizza, too. There, we could go both places. Like, I like the M's. We can make the M run here in Harrisburg, Illinois. Oh, if you go to Mackey's, though, you need an M train.
All right, here's Emma.
What do I know?
Emma singled and reached on a fielder's choice and scored.
You don't like the M train? Hey, I'm learning just like
there's a little loop to second base, and she holds this one in.
Second base, as the young man says, and Reese James puts the first out of the inning. 1 swing,
1 out. Briley Bergen, Stewart on deck. All right, Briley reached on an error, and she lined out and scored, and then she lined out to the shortstop. Briley is 0 for 2, but she scored a run. That's what counts. Runs count more than hits. That one's high.
Ball high. Start this sequence. Hopkins still in the circle for the Birds. Williams started this game out, but 4 errors. Honestly, just derailed the whole first inning for the West Frankford Lady Redbirds.
There's one towards center. I don't think. Yeah, she got it.
As Trigolo easily tracks that one down. She's like a mountain lion out there.
Kinsley Stewart, Douglas on deck. 2 outs. All right. Kinsley got hit and walked. And scored both times she's been on. That's a good sign there. Let's see. Oh, that one's high and inside.
Ball high is going to start this one.
Backs her off the plate a little bit. That one's way outside there for ball 2.
Looked at it for just a minute. Thought about calling it, but he thought there might be somebody mad at me if I do. I'm glad I'm not an umpire. I know that those guys have.
That's 3-0.
You're trying to keep. Not trying to keep everybody happy. That's not what they're trying to do. They're out there trying to call the game fair. Okay, that's what those guys are out there trying to do. And it may look like that to you if you're home team or away team or whatever. But these guys are just trying to do the best job.
There's one on the corner. All right, hitter's pitch now. 3-1.
There is that rogue umpire every once in a while that's a homer, and you know who they are, but you just kind of take that with a grain of salt and move on, right?
Yeah, strike 2. Now we're at a full count.
Hopkins down 3-0 in this count. Fighting back. We're at a full count now. See what happens here on the 3-2 pitch.
Fouled it off.
Straight back at us. Against the net. We'll do it again. 3-2 is the count. 9-2 the score. We are in the bottom of the 4th inning. Wind is still picking. Kind of kicking from left field to right field, so we'll get maybe an advantage to the left-handed hitters.
Kinsley is swinging a miss for strike 3.
There, that's a Justin Jones Remax strikeout.
It's a 1-2-3 inning.
Justin, for your support of Redbird Athletics. That's another $2 too to the West Frankford Lady Redbirds softball program from Justin and the Birds Hits. We'll be back in about 60 seconds.
Inning number 5, 8, 9, and 1. Addie Trigolo, Courtney Russell, and Presley Trigolo for the Lady Redbirds.
All right. I was sad because I don't have Take Me Out to the Ball Game. But these guys here told me there's a big Take Me Out to the Ball Game coming up. Listen, folks, we have a 7th inning stretch. Sing it with me. Take me out to the ball game. You're in your car, sing it. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back. Oh, it's rude.
We hope you're not able to hear what's going on up here in the booth.
When it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
All right, this is Trigolo, the DP. She struck out her first time up.
5th inning stretch. We got to do something to get these bats going. They did start last inning a little bit. Let's keep.
There's one in the air right toward Kinsley Stewart, and she hauls it in.
Hauls that in. I hope Trigolo didn't hear my singing. That's why she got that out. We're going to say not. We're going to hope not.
First sacker, Courtney Russell. Russell popped up to Kinsley at first base, her first time at bat. She's the number 9 hitter in the lineup with Presley Trigolo on deck. Decent pitch there, but it was ball a little bit low.
This has been the first day in a minute that it feels like a true spring day. It just feels like a good
That's
spring
inside
day
for ball,
at
too.
the ballpark. We watch another ball go by. 2-0 the count to Russell. On deck, Trigolo. And then Joyner after her.
There's a strike.
On that really good pop. On that fastball. Golly. These girls can throw it fast.
Maddie pitching her 3rd game of the week. There's a ground ball.
Shot
Smoke.
in the hole. I don't think they're going to get Courtney Russell.
I'm going to give her a hit on that one. That's a tough place. Bo
You
kept
just
it.
earned yourself a new nickname, Courtney Speed Russell.
Leadoff hitter, Presley Trigolo, Joyner on deck. 1 out. All right. This young lady bounced to Kinsley at shortstop and singled.
Trigolo.
So she's 1 for 2 and scored their
Johnny
first
Logan
run of the
commit
game.
Steps in for the West Frankford Lady Redbirds. She also
She'll
has
be
some of
playing
those
for John A.
lightning
Logan
bolts
next
on
year, as I
her
understand
batting
it.
gloves. I don't know what that means. I don't know if they're like bolts or gloves or something.
There's a ground ball.
Hot shot to the second baseman. She's not going to catch that. That's going to go down as a hit. It's got to be in a regular fielding motion. She had to make a dive to make the catch.
Third sacker, Michaela Joyner. James on deck.
Anyway, so we're going to give her a hit. As Joyner steps in, he keeps giving me the nod of approval. I don't know whether that means I'm doing good or he just wants me to shut up. Either way.
Joyner bounced to Abby at third and singled.
For the Birds with runners on first and second.
There's a
She
bunt.
puts one down. It's going to go foul off the plate. And going to be a foul just to start this at bat. It seems as though the man that was watching I said hello to a while ago sent me a private message to let me know that he is an exporting company and can get my media company as much apparel as I need. Well, I'm glad to have you, sir.
There's one. It's going to be
Sounded
tough.
solid,
Oh, that's
but
right
it's
at
gonna be
Coral.
Popped out to right or left field. Second out of the inning.
Coral playing a little shallow there. Good. Coach Stewart set the defense.
Hathaway out and left
Reese
field.
James. Dunston on deck. 2 out. Okay. Tag a bag time. Tag a bag time. Runners on first and second.
Let's go, Reese.
James bounced to the shortstop. Got it reached as a fielder's choice and bounced out to Riley at second base. There's one up in the air.
That is going to be a camp for the center fielder. Held up long enough.
All right.
And was a promising inning to get started for the Birds. Down to ends and whistle. 9-2 is the score. We'll be back in about 60 seconds. You wanted me to hear about your polka? Oh yeah, here we go. There's Berger polka. Okay. It's nice. Did you play this yourself? You played it? Is this you playing the piano? Is this an original piece or is this... Who wrote this song? You know who wrote this song? You don't know?
Ernie Hayes.
I'm grilling the gentleman next to me about the validity of the...
McKendra Douglas. Ava Brown.
The song they play there, it's a kind of almost a polka-y sound. Like, I don't know. Like there's definitely some Polsky roots inside of that writing. I don't know the artist. I can just tell you the feeling behind it.
McKendra has walked and popped up to the second baseman.
Half of the fifth inning. Birds down 9-2.
0 for 1. Let's see if she can get on here. That's low for a ball.
It's low.
Ava's got 3 RBIs in behind her, so if McKendra gets on there, maybe pick up another ribby. That's high for ball 2.
That ball is high. My plan to buy the guys pizza and then them say, no, if the Harrisburg Lady Bulldogs win, we'll buy you pizza. That didn't work. So we're going to have to try something else the next half inning.
Oh, bang.
That one goes
Good thing she's got that helmet on.
Third hit by a pitch batter. 2 for the Harrisburg Lady Bulldogs. 1 for the West.
Ava Brown, Smothers on deck.
Brown steps into the
This is not really an RBI situation under normal circumstances. Let's see what coach is going to have to do here. I've got an idea. We're going to go with the old fake bunt steal. Oh, there's that fly ball to center field.
Center field as Trigolo.
Oh, nice catch out there.
A really nice play out at center. On what looks for her to be routine, or somebody else, that's a very difficult play to make. But she makes it.
Kinsley Smothers, Hunt on deck.
That ball moving away from you over your shoulder is always
Center fielder moving there into the shade. It's kind of hard to tell exactly what's happening out there until everybody see which side cheers.
Smothers steps in. They charge. There's the throw. It's in time, and she.
McKendra steals second base.
Oh boy! That was a good steal. Good throw. Couldn't get the out there. Did Rala.
All right, she's in scoring position now.
Runner now at.
Kinsley gets to swing for the fences now if she wants to. There's a foul ball.
Foul ball at the plate.
1-1 now. Kinsley's got a chance to get
evening the count up here.
her second RBI of the game, possibly.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down, bottom of the 5th inning. It's Birds versus Dogs here at the Red in Harrisburg.
There's one in the air toward the third baseman. I think she's going to haul it in.
Third baseman. F5 to put out.
Hadley, the dent, Hunt, Stacy on deck. All right, Hadley, let's
Hadley Hunt steps in for the Harrisburg.
we'll give you another den here.
Runner at second base.
Hadley's walked, flied out to center, and doubled. There's a strike.
Right by Hopkins. She starts this.
Get one in the green, and that's probably going to be a run. Some speed down there at second base.
I believe that Hopkins would have been a Jedi. I don't believe she would have been with the Sith.
There's one. Hopefully it stays fair, and it is.
Ball goes fair. It's
There
a really
comes
nice hit.
McKendra.
As the Birds do throw that ball to second. And they have learned something this game a little bit. They have been talked to about by Coach. You can see that was intentional and where they took that ball.
Abby Stacy, Hathaway on deck.
But you don't get back to their party and are applying those lessons that we learned earlier in the fall.
Here's
Abby
Abby.
Stacy takes a swing and it fouls and it's going to be a steal. Right?
Interesting thought brought up by my colleague from West Frankford here. These are Birds and Dogs, so according to the IHSA and the General Assembly, they're not going to have to change their names.
No.
That's nice. There's one up in the air. Let's see who can. First baseman,
That's going
pitcher.
to be the pitcher make the thing. I got an even better one for you. How about this? Did you know that the Redbirds are the female species? Cardinals are the male species. So we were talking about all of the stuff going on in the world. Our boys have been playing under assumed female this whole time, and it's okay. We don't care in First Frankfurt. We love it. We accept it, and we think it's great. We'll be back in just about 6. Sorry. It's good stuff, man. I'm telling you, we'd have fun on the air.
All the problems the state of Illinois has, and they're worrying about names of
I could
high
tell you all
school
about
kids.
it. Yeah, we got a new sheriff going to be running for sheriff in Lincoln County.
Laney Dunstan, Keaton Bates for the Lady Redbirds in top of the 6th.
SI maintenance cleanup hitter Laney Dunstan. You've never said that right once since you've been doing it.
We don't do commercials.
That's a joke. Come on, it's a joke, man. Oh no.
We take it seriously.
So do I. My cleanup hitter is very important, especially Chad Bates. So 2-1-8.
All right. Dunstan reached on a fielder's choice. She flied out to center field her first time up. Again, number 88. Usually worn by tight ends. There's a ground ball. That's through the 5-6 hole. And I'm sure we'll have another courtesy runner. It's the same young lady there, number 24, Addison Sagato. Be in a courtesy run.
Hey, that was a hit by Laney Dunstan. This top half of the 6th inning started for the West Frankfurt Lady
Keaton
Redbirds.
Bates, decent on deck.
Sagato going to be the courtesy runner.
She was hit last time.
Right call.
Popped up to the second baseman, Riley Bergen, her first time at the plate. First pitch is in there for a strike.
Into the score. We're at the top of the sixth inning, so the Birds.
That one's inside and low.
They've got 6 outs. You got 8 runs. You got to get them in 6 outs. That's more than a run per out. So, got to get 1.25 or 1 point something runs per out. I'm sure that's not the right answer, Mrs. Dean. I'm sorry. That ball, it's going to be a tough play. And that's going to be an error by the Harrisburg Lady. I don't know. That's tough. She may have beat it. You think it's an error? He says it's an error. You got to do that. You do. You do, because that allows the runner to move then up to second base. So you've got.
Abby couldn't find the handle, and then when she came up with it,
and third.
Nobody airmailed it to first.
Redbirds. And Deason.
Jenna Deason, Rolla on deck. Okay, runners on second and third now. There's a strike.
Call on that really good pitch.
Abby didn't get her handle,
corner,
a good handle on the ball, as I said here.
Yeah, because it's on you so quick.
All right, runners on second and third. Nobody out. That's in there for a strike on the corner, right inside.
As Cogsworth and Beauty and the Beast one said it.
Deason struck out and drove in a runner last time at the plate.
Deason.
Oh. All right.
That is a victim of terrible circumstances. There was a hot shot by Deason, which
that's an unassisted double play there for Abby Stacy at third. Nice heads-up play.
Made a really nice play. Sagato, who was just
Ashley Rala Travolo on deck.
Got doubled up
2 out.
At second.
Nice play. Every once in a while,
boy, oh boy. Birds had runners on second and third and nobody out.
That's outside for a ball.
And turning that graded situation there, and you got to just tip your hat to the Harrisburg Lady Bulldogs and their third baseman.
That's kind of your traditional double play. Whoa, there's one to left. See if
Stacy down there.
Hathaway could not haul that one in.
It's going to be a hit for the West Frankford Lady Redbirds, a run. And that one kind of hurts because that would have put you up, a couple more. Ollie. Erg. Okay. Listen.
Addie Trigolo, Russell on deck.
Right? If it were easy, every stinking
all right.
would do it.
Third run in, 2 outs.
Trigolo, the younger Trigolo sister, up now for the West Frankfort Lady Redbirds. She watches the ball. The way she goes.
She struck out and popped up to Kinsley Stewart at first, her 2 previous times at the plate. That one's low. Ava kept it from going anywhere, so the runner is still on second base.
On deck, Courtney, I've got Speed Russell. Got that nickname in her last.
That's
head ball there.
3-0 now.
A lot closer to a strike than it really was.
All right, let's get an out here. Let's get out of this.
A couple of times they're kind of in that spot right there.
There's right downtown strike one. I'd venture to say she had to take sign on with 3-0. All right. Now let's come back and get her now.
3-1 to count. Trigolo.
There's a foul ball. Now we're
foul.
up to a full count.
And into the netting there.
From 3-0 to 3-2.
Come on, Addie, let's go.
Need a good pitch here. See what Mr. Murphy thinks about this one coming in. There's another foul ball.
Foul.
Little kid territory.
Going to go out towards the pond and the bluegill fishing hole over there. I only say it that way because the whole pond looks like you can catch bluegill on it anywhere you're standing.
Stays at 3-2.
And yes, folks, they are biting. I know you think they're not yet, but they are. They're starting to run. So
there's one up in the air. Somebody's got to catch it.
Makes the play.
Riley Bergen to the rescue.
Third out of the inning, Redbirds score 1. At the end of 5.5, it's the Bulldogs 10, the West Frankford Lady Redbirds 3. We'll be back in just a minute right here in the Birds Nest Hour. Powered by the legendary, not the ordinary, not the okay, the legendary WGGH.
Coral Hathaway, Emma Mills, Riley Bergen for the Lady Bulldogs in the home half of the 16.
Thursday evening at Mad Matt's Pizza, more than just your hometown slice. You can get steaks on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Go by and see them. Also, anytime the Redbirds are playing, anything, wear your Redbird gear into the place. Say, look, I'm a Redbird fan. They're at home today, and Don Matting hit a home run in the pond.
Mattingly.
In our pond, and this one over here. Oh. This is
There's a bloop by Coral.
An urgent news flash, but that is pretty. Well, if you were like an '80s baseball fan, Don Mattingly hit a home run over here to this pond. So not only does it have bluegill, but Don Mattingly also. Who knows?
Emma Mills, Bradley Bergen.
I wish I'd have been this interested in history when I was in school, because I did not care. I did not care about any of it. But now I have a computer.
It's in there for a strike.
Right on the inside corner. I didn't check celebrity birthdays today. I don't know whose celebrity birthday we have that day. Yesterday was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's birthday.
That's low for a ball.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Emma Mills reached on a fielder's choice, scored, singled her next time up, and popped up to the second baseman in the 4th inning.
1-1 the count. It does show an out up there on the scoreboard, but we don't have one. Yes.
Yeah.
Steve, right.
Fly ball to the left.
Fly ball to the left?
Mm-hmm. Hathaway.
Huh. How did I miss an out? Was I asleep? Was I talking?
Oh, there's another fly ball to the left. She's going to be right in position and hauls that one in.
Pulls that one in. There's 2 outs. That makes me even happier.
Bradley Bergen, Stewart on deck, 2 out.
The Birds will get a chance to tie this ball game in the 7th. One thing about softball, it flows so quickly. It just goes so fast. The boys playing over on the boys' diamond.
Riley's 0 for 3.
As that ball goes foul, gives chase, does.
Riley's 0 for 3, but she did score a run. It was reached on an error by the right fielder out there. And that
0-1 to count.
first inning, the Lady Redbirds had a hard time hanging on to the ball.
Was Don Mattingly a player here? What was he?
Evansville. Don Mattingly from Evansville. Right.
But the Don Mattingly.
Legion.
Not like somebody just named Don Mattingly, that they were like, oh, your name's Don Mattingly, and you hit a home run all of a sudden. Okay, so the Don Mattingly.
Played on that field.
Okay.
That's outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I'm relaying a little Harrisburg trivia here. Don Mattingly, when he played for an American Legion team in out of Evansville.
It's interesting, the things that you
and
kind of their local lore and what makes.
There's a shot. Is that going to be a 3 out? No, that one drops in. All right, Riley.
For the Harrisburg Lady Bulldogs. What are the things about
Kinsley Stewart, Douglas on deck, 2 out. I think most fans of Harrisburg at one time have heard this when Mattingly was playing for the Evansville American Legion team, and it was playing on Gibbs Field behind us back in the 80s. So and he hit the home run. There's outside for ball 1. Hit a home run that ended up in the pond here.
Well, you got that. People throw stuff off the bridge sometimes.
That was before.
Crybaby Bridge, you know what that is.
Hold on just a second here. That's high for ball two.
Ball's high.
I think that was before the baseball
I'm not
team
sure
moved
what
out
kids
there
do these
to
days for fun. I mean, I knew
Doris
what we
Heights.
did and where we went to. I think they do derive their fun from an electronic device, though.
There's
That
a
ball's
bloop.
lifted
That
out
could be.
towards center, and a diving
It's
attempt
safe.
by Trigolo, not able to come up with it. That's going to be a hit. Going to put runners at second and third. Nice attempt by Trigolo. Thought she might get it. I've seen her make those plays this year. Not able to track that one in for the Birds.
Center fielder McKendra Douglas Brown on deck. 2 out. All right. Base hit here. Making this very, very interesting.
2 down. 10-3
Be nice if we could score 3 runs here. Foul ball.
Foul ball goes off of her foot, I believe.
I think that caught a toe.
Tell by the limp and the owl that happened. Every hitter that's ever swung a bat knows exactly what that feels like. Like catching a. It's like
McKendra has popped up to the second baseman. She took one off the helmet her last time.
The worst pain.
She's set. Pitcher set. And here it comes. That's in there for a strike.
On the inside corner, quickly 0-2. Hopkins checks her wristband.
Let's see if she can get one by somebody here. There's the foul ball. Right back at the screen here. No harm, no foul.
If the screen hadn't been there, I would have made that play. I want that to be noted in the Harris history records of Harrisburg as well. Broadcaster would have made a play. Thank you. That's the real John Odell. That's not fake John Odell. That's the real dude.
That's outside. 1-2 now.
This is on the outside. Thought he might call it. He was looking. That's all right. He has been fair. Umpires have been good tonight, both on the base path and behind the plate.
There's one up high. Let's see who's going to get it. It doesn't. Nobody gets it.
As Deason and Rala not able to come up with that one. That's going to be a hit and 2 runs for the Harrisburg Lady Bulldogs. If Rala hadn't kept one out, I believe she may have been called off. I'm not sure in that situation. But Deason thought she could get there, was not able to make it.
Okay, base hit here, and the game is probably over. Ava Brown smothers on deck. 2 out. Whoa.
Get off my plate fastball there.
Okay, good swing here by Ava, and the game's over.
Bergen. That ball is outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Wind still going strong from left field to right field. Sun is starting to set.
There's a little bloop. I think the second baseman's going to handle that one. All right.
James squeezes. Makes the 3rd out of the inning. Damage done. Here's what I have. I have 3, 7, and 4 for the Birds. I have 12, 11, and 1. 11 hits for the Harrisburg Lady Bulldogs. What I have. We're going to make sure all that stuff's right. We're going to check all the I's, dot all the T's. We'll be back.
Inning number 7. Courtney Russell, Presley Trugolo, and Michaela Joyner for the Lady Redbirds. The Bulldogs in the circle there, discussing things.
Well, back here on the Bird's Nest. He is Hopkins Law Booth, powered by the legendary WGGH, all here at the Red in Harrisburg, Illinois. There's 16 of you watching out there just in our Facebook family alone. Hi. For our 6 Twitch watchers right now. Hey, you young weirdos. Because that's, seriously, they're young weirdos. Don't give me that. Twitch, that's what that crowd is. But I love them. To our Roku family.
Courtney Russell, the hitter. She popped up to Kinsley at first and singled her last time to bat. Number 9 hitter in the lineup. She was stranded on second base. There's a swing and a miss for strike 1.
We get started here with a swing and a miss, strike 1 in the top of the 7th inning. On deck for the West Frankford Lady Redbirds.
There's strike 2.
That's 2 strikes quickly. 0-2.
I'm not 100% sure of this, but I know the last 2 years, and maybe even the last 3, we've lost to West Frankford in the regional 5-2. There's a ground ball. It's right to Stewart. All right, she steps on first.
On the bag. It's the first out of the inning.
All right, top of the order coming up here.
The elder
Presley Trigolo. Joiner on deck, 1 out. Trigolo, the leadoff hitter. A little left-hander. She slapped single last time, singled her second at bat and scored. Grounded out to Kinsley Smothers last time up.
On deck, ball high.
Oh, ball. She was moving.
9 runs. The Birds have to score here with 1 down in the top of the 7th. This Harrisburg Lady Bulldog team is for real. Tough opponent.
2-0
against anybody. 2-0 to count. Mackenzie Smith is watching. We appreciate you. Brett, thanks for tuning in. Ted's watching. Ted's commented. We appreciate you keeping the chat going there, Ted. That ball going to be popped out, up, and
all right, in the air. Ava's there.
Comes by way of F2. Joiner. Much like Luke Skywalker, the last hope here for the West Frankford.
Michaela Joiner. James on deck. 2 out. There's strike 1. Another left-handed hitter. She's bounced out to Abby, singled, and flied out to Coral out in the left.
Hi, Tim Aldridge. Thank you for tuning in to this Bird's Nest broadcast.
That's low. 1-1 now.
Joiner, last week's River Radio's orthopedic player, or whatever, whichever orthopedic center they're at, she was the orthopedic player of the week there. For like all of the girls across Southern Illinois. So
there's a little pop. Let's see if Riley. Yes, Riley hauls it in. Lady Bulldog.
Proud of that. I shouldn't say that. They're proud of these girls no matter what happens. They're mad at themselves.
And that's the ball game. Again, the Lady Bulldogs will next be in action Saturday morning, weather permitting, against the Mount Carmel Lady Aces. Followed up later in the day with a game with the Mount Vernon Lady Rams.
They're going to come back and do it again tomorrow. Birds game time has been moved up to 2 o'clock in Pinckneyville. Now, I'm not sure. I don't think the Birds will be there. Okay, so if you want that game, please get to the game. And I say that because tomorrow is Good Friday, and we will be observing Good Friday